Life in school can be tough enough for a young person, but for a young person with autism, it can be a lot harder for them. There are some things that we struggle with that people might not understand, and pressures that we may need more help with. Here are a few things that people with autism may struggle with. New people, new places, and new routines. It can be really scary when starting a new school, where you have to adapt to a new school life and new routines. Making friends is hard too, as social situations can be considered nerve-wracking, and many people with autism may have difficulties communicating to another person. Exactly how much can differ from person to person. There can be so much to take in at school, balancing workload, exams, deadlines, friendships, and many other stuff that even I don't know about. It can be considered overwhelming for someone with autism. In fact, it can be considered so nerve-wracking that we may need a watch to make time stand still. Unfortunately, that is not invented yet. People with autism can find it very easy to get distracted because of sensory issues. This especially makes it quite difficult when you're trying to revise. Staying focused for a long period of time and making sure that we take every last little inch of detail in can also be considered quite difficult. Because sometimes we may need more time to process information. As well as finding it hard to make friends, it can be difficult to communicate with teachers as well. We know that they're here to help us, but it can often be considered difficult for an autistic person to tell a teacher what exactly it is we're struggling with. Many young people with autism find it very hard to get support for their individual needs, as they may find it very hard to communicate with other people. Now that we know about the pressures that a young person with autism can face in school, how exactly do we fix that? Although school naturally has a routine, which can be considered useful, writing down your own study plan and keeping very organized can actually help maintain control. It is okay to ask for help when you need it. That's the most important thing. There should be a good support system in place to help you with your communication. For support, you've got two options available to you. One is your regular teacher, the other is your special needs coordinator. Don't struggle in silence. Schools often have clubs like a film club, book club, games club, or even a chess club. Going into these sorts of clubs is a fantastic way to help you make friends. These clubs can be smaller than a class and they can be less pressuring. You might have similar interests as the people within those clubs, so it will make you easier to make friends on some common ground. Of course, it is important to study, but it's important to look after your well-being too. As young people with autism can get anxious and stressed very easily, making sure you set aside time for yourself in the day will keep you happy and healthy. For example, if you revise for, let's say, just about half an hour, then give yourself a 20-minute break. Like watching TV, or go for a walk, or spend time with your friends. School can be hard to deal with, trust me, I know. But knowing the pressures that we might face and how to deal with them, we can make school a lot easier for people like us. Thank you for watching.